Okay, let's do a quick recording on how to get grading data from Google Classroom into Illuminate. So if I have my assignment here in Google Classroom, let's take a look at this assignment. So this is a test assignment, so I actually see that nobody's turned it in because nobody's actually doing it, but I'm going to give some grades anyway. Normally you would see students having turned in their assignments, and you'd be able to see the actual work coming up here. Okay, so let's give a few grades. Fraz gets a 90. Alondra gets a 95. Andrew, great work. Okay, so we see that these three grades have been given, but Google Classroom still has them in draft status. That means they haven't been returned to the students yet. In order for this to work, things must be returned to the students. So Google makes this easy. You just return the grades here. It's giving me a warning that the assignments aren't actually done. Okay, I'm going to return these. I'm going to tell my students just a test so they don't email me. Okay, great. So these three have been returned. So let's go over to Illuminate now, and let's look at the gradebook where those students are. You'll notice I have these same students right here in my gradebook. Of course, it has to be the same gradebook that I was working in over in Classroom. Must have the same students. Now if I go to Assignments and Import from Google Classroom, we can get this going. Now I've got to tell Illuminate which classroom. This is the name of the classroom that I was working in. And which assignment, the name of the assignment that I was working in. Note, the assignments have to be fewer than 20 characters or else Illuminate will spit them out. I might be playing with fire here. Okay, this screen, nothing is really editable. You don't really change anything. Okay, looks like I made it just under the wire with my assignment length. And you notice, da-da, there are my scores. So yay, we did it. All right, let's just take a look at a few finer points. First of all, if I add new grades over here, all right, Benny, nice job, 95. Of course, I have to return that again. If I want to update that over here, I don't go to Assignments and Import. That's if I want to make a new assignment. If I want to update, I can just roll over the assignment itself, and you see I've got this option here called Resync from Google Classroom. So if we do that, if I resync, notice I get this warning, existing gradebook data will be replaced with current data from Google Classroom. That's important. So for example, if I, over here, changed Afraz's grade, Afraz comes to me and says, hey, Mr. A, I got a 95, not a 90. Oh, you're right, Afraz, sorry. If I change it here, and then I resync, you can probably predict that this 95 is going to get put back to 90, whatever's in Classroom. And of course, Benny gets his grade now. So be careful, you can only sync from what's in Classroom. You can only sync grades one direction. Things do not go from Illuminate back to Classroom. And every time you sync, you overwrite all of these things. So a good practice is to maybe do all of your grading in Classroom until you're down to maybe those last one or two students that haven't done it yet. And at that point, you can say, okay, I'm going to start making changes in Illuminate. But what you can never do is make changes in Illuminate and then resync from Classroom because you'll overwrite your grades. All right, that's how you do it.